Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight for our Village of Alsip Committee meeting. Today is September 26th, 2022, and we're going to call this meeting in order at 7:33 p.m. Can you call the roll, please?
Trustee Delzo?
Here.
Trustee Juarez Mendoza is absent. Trustee McLaughlin is absent. Trustee Murphy?
Here.
Trustee Nava Esparza is absent. Trustee Ferretta?
Here.
Mayor Ryan?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So, before we do our reports, I had one that I apologize it was not on your agendas this evening, but certainly I spoke with our Cook County Commissioner about a month ago, and we agreed to have Cook County Commissioner Donna Miller, who represents the 6th District here in Alsip, to make a presentation. Donna, did you want to address the board? Do you want to tell them about your programs and stuff? Sure, come on. You know, actually, and if you would please, now you can grab that microphone on the desk right here. We record all of our meetings. The cameras kind of face this way and stuff, that's all. So, sure, wherever you like, right there. Sure.
Well, thank you.
Should be.
All right. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Sorry
Hello.
to make you start late. I was yapping.
Oh, no worries.
I'm Cook County Commissioner Donna Miller, to everyone who's here in the audience, and thank you, Mayor and trustees, for allowing me to speak with you today, and the chiefs, police, and fire. So I represent the 6th District, and for the last couple of years, I've been steadfastly advocating for the South Suburbs since coming into office in 2018. I've been focused on what happens in my district, but actually everything that happens in Cook County as a whole, and making sure the Southland region is part of the discussion we have when it comes to Cook County government and to the services that it provides. So I've made a concerted effort to regularly reach out to mayors and all of our elected officials in all the 36, I represent 36 different municipalities throughout South and Southwest suburban Cook County. And I really feel like I know that we can accomplish more together for our region. You guys have great examples of what is to come in the South suburbs, and it's really great to see. So I wanted to come today to this meeting to share some of the good news that we've been working together on, along with President Toni Pretwinkle and her administration specifically, and talk about the Invest in Cook program. And our superintendent of highways of Cook County is Cook County Director Sis Killen. So Invest in Cook is a program that is an $8.5 million program. It covers the cost of planning and feasibility studies, engineering, right-of-way acquisition, and construction associated with transportation improvements sponsored by local and regional governments and private partners. This program is designed to solicit appropriations for improvements consistent with the 5 priorities of the Connecting Cook County. And this is Cook County's first long-range transportation plan in 75 years. Those programs identify prioritized transit and other transportation alternatives, support the region's role as North America's freight capital, promote equal access to opportunities, maintain, modernize what already exists, and increase investments in transportation. It's also consistent with the county's policy roadmap, which I'm sure everyone has studied and read intently. And it's one of the key priorities of the roadmap is equity, and including equity in transportation. 43 projects in Cook County will receive funding under the 2022 Invest in Cook grant program. There's a total of almost $9 million and to be distributed across 39 municipalities, 3 townships, including 9 projects in the 6th District, which I'm very proud of, and one is why I'm here today to talk about the one that Alsip Park District got. So Alsip Park District got a $56,000 award to design engineering funds to add a 1.75-mile segment to the Cal-Sag Trail. This local portion of the trail is building on the previous 13-mile western segment constructed in 2015 and will connect the DOTH, the Department of Transportation, funded 131st Street reconstruction project in the village of Alsip. When this is completed, the regional trail will extend over 26 miles across southern Cook County, connecting destinations across multiple municipalities and communities. And this project has extensive community support, and advances Cook County's goals by prioritizing transportation alternatives, promoting equal access to opportunities, and increasing investment. So I just wanted to come today to say congratulations to Alsip and to your mayor, to the Park District, to all the trustees for making this project highlighted as far as one of the Invest in Cook programs, and we look forward to continued work with you in the future. So
Thank you very much, Commissioner. Yeah, no, we certainly, we do our best to apply for grants whenever they're available, and I did look at, they sent me the list of who are the recipients for the Invest in Cook. They're almost all the same, kind of like a lot of towns all got pedestrian and bike passage grants per se, and there's just like, how many towns in Cook County overall?
In all of Cook County?
Yeah.
130.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, at least 100 were doing the same thing and stuff yet too, so.
Well, and the bike trail path, that's another thing you'll see more of, especially in the south suburbs. That's a major project, not only for Cook County itself, but in the Forest Preserve as well.
Oh, yeah. No, over this summer, I actually did the big ride from Lamont all the way to Alsip, and they dedicated 5 benches on the CalSag Trail along the canal there and stuff then too. So it was really, a lot of the villages are all doing their best to promote the bike. Obviously, exercise and pedestrian and passage and so forth, yeah, too. But no, we always appreciate your help and your work, and I'm taking on a project right now. It's more state-related, but we're going to try and see what we can do about getting 115th Street rebuilt. But that's more of a state, that's an IDOT project, and I'm talking with our engineers right now on that yet, too. So certainly I'll reach out to you if the county can assist in any capacity yet, too. But we really need more, we need to widen the street, alleviate some standing water. And the biggest thing, too, is much like what the Park District got was safe passage. There's no sidewalks on 115th, and there's a major high school there, Marist High School and whatnot yet too, but there's no sidewalk between Pulaski and Cicero, or that goes back to the industrial corridor west of Cicero yet too, and folks are walking in the street, and we don't do something about getting them off the street because, God forbid, somebody gets hit or hurt or anything like that yet too.
Sidewalks are a huge issue in many municipalities. So,
oh, yeah.
And people take that for granted.
Oh, the density is it does a lot for it and stuff then too. But no, thanks for coming out tonight. I'm sorry we're short.
That's
we're short
okay.
a few trustees tonight yet too.
No
but
worries. It's great to see everyone.
Yeah,
Thanks
exactly.
for allowing me to speak.
Oh, no worries. Thank you, Commissioner, for coming out tonight.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Next, I didn't have this on the agenda. Again, my fault, but I asked the gentleman to come out this evening. It was a presentation and a request by Lucky Burrito to increase the number of he's an existing business here in town at 123rd and Cicero, and he was making a request to increase the number of Class A liquor licenses by 1. You want to step up, please? You can take the microphone and tell the board what your plan was. And you can grab this microphone right here. We record all of our meetings. Okay.
So, good evening, everybody. My name is Joshua. I am the owner of the Lucky Burrito on 123rd and Cicero. So, as I mentioned to Mayor John Ryan, I was planning on expanding my sales and expanding my my horizon of adventures, and I was looking to get a liquor license in order to kind of alleviate or aid in the relaxation of my customers. A lot of the times, tacos or burritos may be supplemented a little nicer with a nice margarita or just a beer while you're eating. And you know, I have a lot of exciting plans. Actually, like next door to me, I think the guy is not renewing his lease, so I'm potentially looking into expanding my square footage, whether that be for just overall storage or more cook or more prep area. But I have a lot of exciting plans. I love Alsip. Alsip has a lot to offer. I've worked previously. My mom's restaurant in Oak Lawn, which is the original Lucky Burrito, opened up in like 2005. It's been open for 20 years. I cannot say that I like Oak Lawn customers better than Alsip. Alsip is by far better. No, and then you guys may think I'm bluffing, but no, I'm serious. Like, I think the Alsip community is the best. You know, I don't know. I think that my restaurant would do a little bit better, and I think my food would taste maybe a little bit better too. Supplemented by, like I said, just a cold beer and maybe a margarita.
So, Josh, I was at your open house. When did you open up again?
So I opened up the day before Thanksgiving. So I'm actually approaching my 1-year anniversary pretty soon. Yeah, one day before Thanksgiving, which I believe Last year was November 26th.
Okay. And again, Josh is from Alsip, but his family, this is, how many locations do you folks have? Just two?
3.
Three? Where's, the other ones were in Palos Heights?
Palos Heights, right on 123rd as well, but on Harlem. Rather than
123rd in Harlem, he's at 123rd in Cicero, and the other one's 95th Street, just west of Ridge Mall, right?
Correct.
Okay. And like you had said to me, and I know you spoke mostly through my assistant Becky, but so you're just looking to increase sales. You're looking for an opportunity for folks to sit down and just to complement a meal with a beverage, whether it be a margarita or a beer or something like that.
Correct.
Okay. Board, did you have any questions? I'm sorry, too, Josh, we're a little short tonight. Some of the trustees called in low under the weather, but any questions, trustees, for Josh?
Josh, I just wanted to make a comment. I was here for the employee appreciation, and you had your food truck out here, and I have never had better tacos, taken from a chef, from a box truck in my life. They were outstanding.
Thank you so
great
much.
job.
Trustee Murphy's an executive chef, so that's what
Just at work.
So,
So,
Thank you, Trustee Murphy. You know what? My dad and I, we pride ourselves a lot in the work that we've done in the food trucks. Thankfully, with my dad's hard work and my expertise and, just being able to talk to people and my connections, we've landed good jobs. We have like a contract right now with Amazon where we go out twice a week and we feed like 10,000 employees. So, and we've landed good contracts with like Southwest Airlines and that has stemmed us to jumping to more airlines. So it's always a good time going to Midway Airport and like running through the airplanes. It's nice, but I thank you so much for the compliment. It means a lot.
Josh, just out of curiosity, how many employees will you increase if you get the expansion and the liquor?
So if I get the expansion and the liquor, I'm probably looking to hire anywhere in between 4 to 5 more employees, just because I'm going to need more waitresses to serve, and then you need to hire on people who have like the certification to be able to serve alcohol, and if I expand into a full bar, you need to have a bartender, and then not to mention hopefully the increase of customers will bring in the need of another cook and another prep. So
Sounds good.
not to mention I work there all day. Anybody, Roger comes in, he comes in at all times of the day, I'm there all day. I don't know. I just like being there.
Josh, and on my side, too, as far as being a liquor commissioner, what kind of hours are you going to keep the hours that you have now, or are you going to be changing them at all? Or?
No, you know what? Like I said, I am there all day. I don't plan to stay open later than I already am. 10 p.m. I think is a good cutoff time. I think 10 p.m. is perfect for me, and I don't think I want to stay open any later than that.
Okay. Do you ever get many customers even next door from Red Roof Inn and stuff like that yet, too? Or?
Oh, I get a ton of customers from
Yeah.
the Red Roof Inn.
Okay.
The Red Roof Inn is probably one of my best patrons.
Okay.
A lot of truck drivers are just bored out of their mind, don't have anything to do, and rather than sitting in a motel room, I think they'd rather sit at Lucky Burrito. So a lot of times they sit there all day.
Okay.
I'm serious.
Next to Roger. Yeah. Whenever Early's not in there and stuff then, too, yeah, so.
Roger was actually there yesterday.
Busted.
On a Sunday,
doesn't look
too,
like a
Roger,
frequent
good for you,
customer.
But no,
He's got his favorite chair.
certainly, no, we appreciate the fact that you want to increase your business and obviously expand, not to mention, again, you're not just one store. You've got, your name is within 3 towns. You're, also Palos Heights and Oak Lawn yet, too, so, excuse me, certainly, if there's no other questions, I'll ask the board next week when we meet. Tonight's just committee meeting. We just talk about anything that might be of interest village-wide, but next week is a board meeting, so I can ask the board if they'd like to approve increasing liquor licenses by 1, because we don't have any available liquor licenses. We'd have to create one for you then, Josh, okay? Okay.
I'd be honored. Thank you.
All right. When do you think you're going to do this right away? Is there any rush on our side, or what's up?
I don't believe in rushing things. I think things turn out wrong when you rush things, and I feel like I want to dedicate some time into designing a menu. That way my customers can just, fully experience what I want them to experience. I did the same thing when I opened the restaurant. For example, my menu is slightly different than all the other Lucky Burritos. I took my time with my dad, and we really designed the menu to the way that I wanted it to be, which is, quick, simple, and really traditional Mexican dishes with a little twist. And I think I want to do the same thing with alcohol. I think I want to, incorporate margaritas with my own little twist.
Okay. All right, well, thanks so much, Josh. I appreciate you coming on. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all I had for right now. So we'll go to the clerk's report. Clerk Harding.
Thank you, Mayor. I have the presentation of the September 19th, 2022 board meeting minutes and the presentation of the September 19th, 2022 Public Works Department Committee meeting minutes. And that is all I have, Mayor.
All right, thank you. There's no need for the attorney this evening. Engineer was excused. I didn't have a report from him. Public forum. Did anybody in the audience wish to address the board tonight? No? Ma'am? Go ahead. Yeah, I got to ask you to come up to talk, though. Yeah. Oh, can you grab this mic right here, please? The cameras are on us. We just record all of our meetings, that's all.
Good evening, Mayor. Can you all hear me?
Can. Yeah.
I'm here more of a concern, and the concern has been addressed with you, and I'm trying to figure out why can't I get someone to come out to my residence to re-inspect damage from June the 12th, where a whole ceiling fell down on me and almost crushed my head.
Oh, that's right. Ms. Capers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I saw Ms. Capers Saturday. Roger, I spoke to you today about this, right? Okay.
Daryl has gone out, I believe twice, to make entry in. He did knock on the door, but he has not been able to make entry. I did respond to your email. He will attempt to go out tomorrow morning.
'Cause I gave you Ms. Capers' phone number today.
Right, can someone call me, because I attend Moraine Valley Community College.
Daryl will be there.
Well, I have to go to class at 11:30 tomorrow morning.
He would be there before 11.
I'll be looking for him.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Deborah, I gave Roger your number today after I saw you Saturday, and I remind Ms. Capers, she, just a resident of the village, but her particular apartment complex, she had a ceiling come down, and we're not there to critique the work of the contractor. She just wants to make sure it was installed properly. It's not hanging. She said visually it looks like it might be sagging. We just said as a courtesy that we would just look and see that it's not falling down again, that's all.
And the only reason why,
We'll do that tomorrow.
and the only reason why I need someone to come and address it, because it was not repaired the way you told it to be repaired. So the ceilings are puckering down, and over my bedroom, I'm really concerned. I don't even sleep in there because I'm afraid it'll come down again. I'm having nightmares from the ceiling coming down on me. It's terrible. It's a beautiful apartment. I loved it. That's why I moved here. As a matter of fact, I have a son who is a mentally disabled adult who works at Jewel. He's probably bagged people's groceries in here. He's a good guy. And we moved here because it was close to his work. I moved here because the unit was beautiful, but it's been flawed since I moved in. Very little has been repaired that you told her to repair.
And again, this is not a village property, but as a courtesy to a resident, we'll certainly look at that for you, especially after something fell out like that. You want peace of mind. So, all right, we'll ask one of our inspectors to check in with you before 11 o'clock tomorrow, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, you too, Ms. Capers. Anybody else need to speak to the board? Yeah, come on up, sir. Cool. If I can ask you to do the same, you just speak in this microphone. We record all of our meetings, sir, that's all. And the mic's faced at us, not you and stuff, too. Okay, that's not good, so. Okay. Oh, go ahead, sir.
I could just hold it. I don't gotta sit up there.
Pardon?
You can just hold it.
Oh, you just hold it. Yeah, it doesn't fit in there.
Okay. First thing, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to apologize for our tardiness to this meeting. I'm not sure if you guys covered the point of the cell towers yet. Did you?
You know what? Actually, you know what, sir? They called about 8:45 this morning, and I put it out on our website and Facebook because it was kind of last minute. They're going to talk about rezoning that property at October 10th. We had to reschedule that meeting. AT&T.
So it's going to be another meeting with that?
Exactly. And it'll be October 10th at 7:30 right here.
Okay, in
Yeah.
regards to addressing all of the importance of not only the health concerns, but the citizens' concerns and the environment?
Absolutely, yeah. We're going to hear anybody that wants to speak to the issue will do so on the...
Yeah, because a lady came and addressed it to me. She brought it to my attention. She wanted more attention brought to it, and unfortunately, a lot of people don't know what's going on with that. So I just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss the topic if you guys had already discussed it, but based off of the knowledge that you're now letting me know of, that I didn't see either on the
Sure,
website.
and you know what, I didn't want to cut anybody off at the
No, you're
pass. In
fine.
other words, sometimes folks might be here for something else, so I don't want to shoot people out of the room, but only because we're not talking about it tonight. But no, you're welcome to speak to this on the 10th.
No, I have
Talk about it,
patience.
yeah.
I'm not going to interrupt the topics at
Okay.
the moment, but I just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss the opportunity because I gave that lady my word that I was going to.
Oh, no, I appreciate that, yeah. And certainly, we're going to be fair to the whole conversation. AT&T is looking to put up a cell tower on a piece of industrial property.
Mm-hmm.
They need a permit to make what they call special use.
Uh-huh.
And because it's adjacent to like an apartment complex like that's nearby, obviously, folks are showing interest in saying that they might not like the idea of that, but I need to the board needs to hear both sides of the argument, so we're going to do that on October 10th.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, okay, cool.
No worries. All right, thanks for coming out, though, too. Okay. Anybody else? No? Then we'll go on to our reports, standing committee reports. First is Finance and IT Committee. Trustee McLaurin's not here.
I'll take care of that. The list of payroll and accounts payable we presented, a request for approval of a new quote for scanning of finance documents. It says here the total number of boxes has exceeded 300, and the page count has exceeded 4,000 per box. Joyce, do you want to discuss that?
I sure do. So they just picked up the fifth load, and we just exceeded the 300 box total. But the problem is our boxes have been very well stacked with paper. And so the original estimate was on 4,000 pages per box. They're looking at right now the average is 6,000 pages per box. Some of the boxes had 16,000 documents in it. So it's equivalent if you look at the 4,000 pages per box, and they're doing 6,000 pages per box. They've done about 450 boxes now. So they've increased tremendously what the original count was, and we uncovered some more boxes up there, and Roger, bless his heart, just threw down another 43 that are finance boxes that were kind of buried in the mayor's area. And then there happens to be some on the back wall that I didn't know were hidden back there, and there were 5 finance boxes out of that. So I asked him to give me an estimate for 375 boxes at 6,000 pages per box, just to cover us because we seem to be finding more boxes. And I realized that it is double of what they had asked for, so it's
22,000, 58,000.
122,000. Original was 52. So it has gone up considerably. Roger can attest to the fact that the garage is looking real good, and we are getting a lot of information put together for this, but that's where we're standing right now.
So just a frame for the folks that are looking at this here too, what we do is we engaged with a company to scan and actually dispose
They're
of
going to dispose
records. And these date back, how many years, how far back did we go?
Well, I picked up some paperwork that was 1958.
There you go. We're going back to the 50s.
Nothing has been done
And
since then.
Obviously, with document retention, you can't dispose of government documents. Everything is a document. They could be the blotter on your desk. It could be considered a document and stuff then, too. So we're destroying all these, we're recording them in a cloud-based system and so forth, and we maxed out, so we have to go a little bit more than what we thought we would and stuff then, too.
Well, yeah, not just a little bit, but quite a bit more, but more than what we had anticipated.
Do we have a cost on this too, Joyce, yet, or?
Yeah, it's
$122,000.
$122,050.
I'm saying we didn't have it on this document.
52 grand originally.
It was originally 50, it's in this document here
Okay.
that was in the packet. Yeah, it's $122,058. There are,
It sounds like we might be going back out to RFP for these again then, too. I just,
what would you like to do? That's why I'm presenting it.
yeah.
I was real troubled with the original proposal, and even more so when, at this hour, in the midst of the project, that we're told that it's going to go up by near double. And, you know, it's not 500 to 1,000, it's 52,000 to 122,000. It's a significant increase, and I appreciate the work's getting done, but I'm also not a fan of, I don't believe that just because we scan something, that meets the requirements for the state with regards to records retention, because they still consider best document practice.
Mm-hmm.
So you still have to have authorization for the destruction.
That's correct.
Right. This is,
Do we have what they've done so far? Have we retained all that, or are they holding that data right now?
We have received the first load in file format, in electronic file format, and we've fed that into Laserfish. We will receive the second load on Friday.
and each of those loads apprise the original contract?
Yes. Yes. They have not exceeded the original contract
Okay.
at this point.
Right. That's good then.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should confirm that we have everything we paid for, and then let's, I don't know, I mean, we've only got a half a board, I mean, not that we can't make, this is only a committee meeting
This is a
tonight
committee
anyway.
meeting, yeah.
But that's significant, like you said, trustee. You're talking almost a triple what we spent already. And Joyce, one more time, how many boxes did they do so far?
The load they took today would put them at around 304.
304, okay, because I'm looking at document indexing 300 boxes, but they took roughly 304.
But the boxes are significantly larger in quantity than,
The amount of pages is significantly more than what they had originally estimated.
it's a third increase.
And like you said, they've done one export so far to us. We're expecting a second.
They have a total of 5 loads right now.
Five truckloads that they've taken so far. That's what they've got here, 375 boxes.
I asked him to put 375 boxes in there because we found this additional 38 boxes. Well, now it's 43. 43 boxes, and I just wanted to make sure that we were covered if we did a new estimate, because the boxes seem to be showing up all over the place.
So, and again, just to be clear, this is 122,058 on top of,
No, that's total.
oh, that includes the 52.
That's
Okay.
correct.
Okay. So we're doubling our price on this, a little more than doubling our price on this, okay. And they took out 56 boxes, and we got 34 to go.
No, they took 70 today, and then we have 43 to go. If we don't find any more, I'm going to couch that because they seem to show up. We found a great deal buried in what I call the mayor's area out there. I thought it was all the mayor's stuff. It's not. It was a ton of finance that was in there.
I did go through that today. There are 38 low, already set up, ready to be financed to go through and label. And then there are 5 more on the lower level in the rear on the shelving unit, which I didn't realize that there was anything back there for the finance until probably about a week and a half ago.
So like you said, this isn't so much a miscount of boxes on our part as much as it is the contents are overwhelming.
The issue.
Well, the content's 30% above what our estimate was.
Right.
But the volume is also increased.
Right.
And the original premise that I talked about this is that it was my belief that we could hire part-time people to do the scanning at a reduced dollar amount. And
Well, obviously, what we can do is, they've met their obligations, what they're saying right now, right? This is in addition to.
This is in addition.
So, I mean, if we don't, we can get more, but if it's the will of the board, we can maybe do some scanning in-house, do the same thing. We got the bulk of it done through what you just did.
No, we didn't get the bulk of it done. They have 3 more loads that they haven't scanned yet. They'll bring them back. So we would receive back 200 boxes, roughly, 180.
And then they contracted for how many?
They contracted for 300 boxes at 4,000 pages a box.
Right, but they're
They've
saying that
exceeded that with what they have.
by almost 180 boxes.
Well, if you're counting, if you're saying a box is 4,000 pages,
Right.
and they're averaging 6,000 pages a box. So as Trustee Dalzell said, it's a 30% increase in what you are scanning. And we've also increased the number of boxes now with this quote to 375. If we don't do 375, if we do 350, this will come down a bit. And I can get that number from, I just didn't want, I was afraid to quote too low.
Right.
Because I'm afraid more boxes will show up.
Well, obviously, Joyce, not everybody's in on doing the same thing. We understand the premise of what we're doing. Did we have a contract with these folks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And part of that contract, obviously, they're quoting us, and is it the onus on the village to be responsible for what the contents was, or we
No,
approximated?
there was no way to be able to identify these boxes. They're different sizes, shapes, document sizes. There's no way we would have known.
Understood, especially with that many.
Yeah.
I still think there's room for a negotiation here at some point. Have you had much in the way of
talk
dialogue
to
with
him.
these folks? Yeah.
I'll talk to him.
Let's talk to them.
Okay.
Let's see where we're at with this, because obviously the pendulum can swing both ways on this and stuff yet too. And do we have, maybe we can come to some sort of an agreement on this yet too.
Okay. I'll talk to him.
Because obviously this is a surprise for all of us and stuff then too. And I get it where sometimes, like anything else, we've all been a part of a project that might have became overwhelming, and all of a sudden...
A big project.
Yeah.
It's a big project.
But the original contract was 1.2 million pages.
Mm-hmm.
At this rate, 375, at 6,000, it's 2.25 million pages. So 2.25 million pages.
Big difference.
So, yeah, we're...
All right, let's talk to them
I'll talk to
tomorrow
him.
and see what we can do. Okay.
I don't have a problem with that.
And then what was Trustee Dalzell, you had one more on there too, discussion about...
Discussion and consensus of the email policy. Joyce?
Yes, we are increasing our security, cybersecurity, and this document, this policy concerns email and media. And I've taken this by the attorney and also by Human Resources to get their feedback on this policy. There's been a great deal of changes with the police department and the DOJ, so that's been included. And then we also included our
You mean
additional security.
You mean the CJIS requirements?
I'm sorry, what?
Criminal Justice Information System, CJIS.
Okay. I have it as DOJ. Oh, CJIS, I'm sorry, I apologize.
Yeah.
The stack I saw was DOJ on the front of it, so, and was pretty thick. So we have incorporated the references to that also. I don't know how you wanted to approach this, if you wanted this to be a consensus, if you wanted this to be a vote. I don't know how you want to do this, so that's why I
What's really a board issue at all?
What's the
Okay.
question? Just so everybody
policy,
understands.
how do you
adoption of
want
a
to approve
policy.
this policy?
Yeah, I don't think we can opt out of a policy. I think we have to adopt it, right?
I think it's an administrative directive that comes from the mayor.
Okay.
And at the same point in time, I'd sure like to have some input with this thing, because I know that oftentimes I've sent stuff from my work to my darling bride who works here, and she has to get IT to release the information to her. It's going from one police department to another police department. It's crazy that it needs IT intervention.
Okay.
Well, I'm only seeing what's in the packet, and there was nothing in the packet on this.
No, there's
But I didn't have anything on my desk either, so I'm
There's
totally
nothing
out
on
of the
your
loop on
packet
what we're
about-
looking at here.
about what?
About what we're talking about here on this email policy. I don't have anything here to look at to see what this was.
It's on the thing, page 16.
Sorry, I skipped over it. My bad. I was stuck in this other thing with
Okay.
the boxes. So, okay,
I
thank you.
can certainly address your concerns with
Yep.
IT.
And if you want, I'll bring what we have, and maybe you can take a look at that.
So, okay, so I'm reading it now. So policy, compliance measurement, and exceptions and so forth then too. Yeah, I apologize. This was mixed in with, I was reading this with what you just talked about with the scanning program.
Yep.
So certainly we'll look into this a little bit more, but yeah, if it's a policy, then certainly we're going to have to adopt it, or we can, our attorney has seen this too already. You said Mike Kanker
Absolutely.
saw this? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we only have half the board here, so there's no way that we should say anything. And again, my opinion is that I don't think that it's a legislative aspect. I think it's more administrative function.
Administrative action, right.
Okay, no problem. So do you want me to bring this back next week or not?
No, let me get through it, and I'll send
Okay.
everybody a message on it. then,
That's
too.
fine.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
sure.
That's all I have, Mayor.
All right, thank you. Next, we have the Fire Committee report, Trustee Murphy.
I have a request to approve the two public education coordinators, the Illinois Community Risk Reduction Conference on November 5th in Decatur for a cost not to exceed $350 for hotel, food, and gas. That's all I have.
Chief, you're sending two people to do that?
Yeah, my two public coordinators, it's the annual conference for community risk reduction, which is, again, the big thing we're doing. So they'd go down on Friday night, stay, and then come home on Saturday. Decatur's about a 2.5-hour drive one way, so it starts at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Chris, do you want to address your consensus?
I would. Can we take a consensus vote on the purchase of the ambulance? The cost was $283,975, so the chief can get the ball rolling on this.
And that was fire services, correct?
Correct,
Okay.
yes.
That's the,
The road rescue ambulance.
that's a dealership, right?
Yeah, it's a
So we're
dealership.
asking for a consensus to purchase a road rescue ambulance.
All right, consensus, roll call number 1 to purchase a road rescue ambulance in the amount of $283,975. Trustee Dalzell.
Yes.
Trustee Juarez Mendoza is absent. Trustee McLaughlin is absent. Trustee Murphy.
Yes.
Trustee Navas Esparza is absent. Trustee Peretta.
Yes.
Yes, because it's a purchase.
Mayor Ryan,
Yes.
you have your consensus.
All right, thank you.
Next, I'm sorry, Trustee Murphy, anything else?
No, sir, that's all I have.
Okay. And next, we have the police and traffic safety report. Trustee Dalzell.
Nothing on the agenda, chiefs?
We're going to take something.
Here's an opportunity. I'm going to give you a lob pitch. Swing for the wall. Nothing, sir. Thanks.
All right, thank you. Both departments, while you got police and fire here, and certainly Public Works is here as well, too. All your departments did a great job over the weekend. Thank you for participating in the Flannel Fall Fest. We had a great turnout for that, and certainly everybody got a kick. It was the lumberjacks were the highlight of the thing and stuff. We were talking about today how far those kids can throw axes and hit a bullseye and stuff here too. But we appreciate. I told the chief today I was swearing in 2 new firemen today, and I was telling the chief I appreciate the shifts taking turns out there, as well as the police department. John, all the guys were great out there today, and then the CERT team did really well too. They helped out with traffic control and whatnot too. So, no, really good event, and no issues that I know of. I think there was a fender bender in the parking lot. Somebody was preoccupied or something like that. So all good. Next, Public Work and Boat Launch Committee.
I have a request for approval to award the contract for the removal and replacement of damaged village sidewalk squares within the various locations to Strata Construction in the amount not to exceed $90,000. Strata Construction was the lowest bidder, and that's all I have, sir.
And so Public Works is here. Mike, again, how many squares? 475? About 475. We just call them squares, so 475 pieces of sidewalk. All over town, Mike, or where are we going with these?
Mostly concentrated east side of town, east of Pulaski.
Okay.
We do have some other areas throughout that we meant to get last year, but didn't have the funding.
All right, only because Mike's not mic'd up. The majority of sidewalk will be east of Pulaski, but we are going to be doing spots all over town yet, too. Mike, how's the street resurfacing going?
Good. Most of the curbs been replaced.
You want Mike, do me a favor, grab a mic or something. There you go, Chief Scott.
Most of the curb and corners of sidewalks, making them ADA compliant, has been completed. I haven't gotten a schedule yet as to when they're going to start doing the grinding, but it is moving along.
Okay. I took a quick spin through there, I think, on Friday, and, yeah, they got quite a bit of work done. They're working fast.
Yeah.
But, yeah, right now they're cutting out certain pieces of curb, putting in ADA compliant intersections for the sidewalk, for the pedestrian traffic, and like you said, they're going to start grinding out the street pretty soon. So this is everything 122nd Place, 122nd Street, 121st Place, 121st Street, and all of Millard, right?
Correct.
And then both ends of Austin at 127th and Route 83.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're doing Plattner Drive, too, to
Plattner.
go to the boat launch.
Correct.
I'll tell you, that street's just a nightmare when you go down there, but that's going to look amazing once it's finished yet, too.
Nice.
So.
Yep. And the MFT crack sealing, the 2 areas that we had done are completed.
Okay.
So Trip Keeler between 127th to 123rd, and the David Estates, the Chippewa subdivision has been completed. They
Great.
completed all that in about 4 days.
Sounds good. All right, thanks, Mike. Next, we had the Sewer and Water Report Committee.
Thank you, Mayor. There is no report this evening, Mayor.
Okay. Trustee, we are actively, I met with Mike Frater last week, and I spoke with our HR manager, Tony Fasano, and we are putting together still a claim for the sanitary sewer, so we're actively looking at that right now yet, too. Mike, we need to, I meant to say, too, that there's a couple of businesses that were affected by that said they were holding receipt, let's talk tomorrow about that, because we want to get those as part of those, that's our line and all that kind of thing yet, too. All right. Next, Building and Health, Trustee Peretta.
No report this evening, Mayor. Thank you.
Trustee, we did, myself, Roger Early, our building commissioner, and Trustee Peretta, we met last week. Next month, the timing's everything. Here we were going to put it off because we thought we had a big meeting today, but we'll talk about building permits and stuff next month then.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up in ordinance and legislation, but that's fine.
Oh, okay.
Thank you very much.
Sure. And then we'll go to Human Resource and Insurance, Trustee Murphy.
No report tonight, Mayor.
All right. Special Committee Reports, Economic Development Committee.
No report tonight, Mayor.
Trustee, I did speak yesterday, or Saturday actually, with Firewater Barbecue, and he's back online. They're going to be pouring concrete, I guess, soon. I guess within about a week. They're looking to start pouring concrete over there. And the electric is finally completed, too. They put in new transformers from ComEd and all that. Roger, anything else that he's doing right now that you're aware of, too?
Not that I'm aware of at this time.
All right. No, it sounds like everything's going to start moving, so, okay. Next, we have Village Properties Committee.
No report, Mayor.
Okay. Ordinance and Legislation, Trustee Peretta.
Thank you, Mayor. No report this evening.
All right. We'll go to Planning, Zoning, and Licenses, Trustee, this actually be committee.
A presentation of a list of licenses dated Monday, September 12th, 2022 through Friday, September 23rd, 2022. I have discussion of case number 2022-08-V as in Victor -100 for an oversized garage variance at the property located at 11942 South Karloff Avenue. Planning and Zoning Commission heard this case on Wednesday, August 31st, 2022, with an approval of 5-0 in favor of.
Was there anybody here from, yep, come on up, ma'am. Can you speak into the mic, please? Hi, good. So thanks for coming out tonight. It's always a great sign when the Plan Commission has unanimous approval. It makes our job a little bit easier because they've done their due diligence. Anything further that we should be made aware of, the board or anything like that? Or the board, do you have any questions? I'm sorry, ma'am, can you say your name?
My name is Kendall.
Kendall? Any questions for Kendall on this?
Kendall, how big is the garage that's going up?
It's going to be 24 by 36.
Okay.
We sent the blueprints from the architect.
Oh, these are them.
Yeah, they're included.
That's the other case, that's the next one.
Oh, okay.
I sent them to Roger.
Great.
Okay. Raj, any issues on this?
The architect did a nice job. The height of it is going to be about 22 foot high, which the gentleman that was here did not, their neighbor was here for planning and zoning, and he did not have any issues with the structure being that large.
Okay. So,
There was only one person that came out, he was in favor of it.
so it's a 24 by 36 garage. Kendall, how big is your property, ballpark?
We have 3 lots.
Really? Okay.
We're on 119th and Karlov, so we just did all the siding. If you see the big blue house, that's us.
Okay. So a garage that size, and again, I know you answered a couple dozen questions in front of the Plan Commission and stuff yet too, but obviously it's a pretty good sized garage. Nobody's going to be living in it or anything like that.
We don't have a basement, and we have a lot of crap because we consolidated 2 houses when we moved here. So we just have, all of our bedrooms right now are just full of boxes. So we would like to use the upstairs as our storage. And we have multiple cars between the 2 of us. So the
Okay.
downstairs would be for the cars and like the lawn care stuff. So
Okay.
we just need room.
It's rare that you've got that much property. I mean,
Yeah, it's
obviously
really
we got
nice.
some big lots. I did the same thing when I moved here. I used to live down in Bridgeport, and when I came out here, I'm like, man, you had just the elbow room, and you could touch the guy's house next
So
door,
nice.
you know?
Coming from a house that was definitely not this big and having all this room. So
Yeah.
good.
I get you. Trustees, if there's no other questions, then Kendall, we'll put this on the agenda next week for approval, and this is what you
Should I come
folks...
to that too?
Pardon me?
Should I be at that one as well?
I don't think you have to, unless there's any question here, but no. It wouldn't hurt, let's put it that way, because I'm missing 3 trustees.
Okay,
Tonight.
it's the same time then?
Same time, 7:30, next Monday night.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. Go ahead, trustee, next one.
I'm sorry. We have a discussion of case number 2022-09-V as in Victor-300 for an oversized garage variance at the property located at 4625 West 128th Place. The Planning and Zoning Commission heard this case on Wednesday, September 14th, 2022, with an approval of 6-0 in favor of.
Very good. So we have the petitioner here too, sir. If you would, you could just tell us your name too as well.
Nadeem.
John?
Nadeem.
Oh, Nadine, sorry. Nadine, again, how big is the garage you're putting up?
It's 30 by 50.
30 by 50. That's huge. Well, how big is your lot?
I think I'm a little over a half acre.
Okay. Roger, it was all compliant as well too?
It was all compliant. We did have architecturally stamped drawings. With the 412 roof, it's about 18.1 to the peak.
About an 18-foot roof? Okay.
30 by 50 by 18.
Okay.
The building department doesn't have any issues with the drawings. We would issue permits for, proceeding that it is approved, the variance is approved.
Okay.
He does have more than enough space. It's kind of like an oblong, pie-shaped lot, but he's on one side, I want to say it's 156 by 90 by 173. It's a weird lot, but he has more than enough green space to fit that 30 by 50 on it.
Sounds good. No, and again, nobody's going to be living in it or anything like that. No upstairs apartments and all that kind of stuff yet, too?
Absolutely not.
Okay. You never know. I'm looking for some place to put some relatives. You never know. That kind of thing. So, I appreciate you. Certainly, it's always great when you see folks reinvesting in their homes, and certainly it's going to look great. What are you going to do with something that size?
So I have 2 boats.
Okay.
I have some jet skis. I have an old school car, and I have my pickup truck already full with all those things, I would imagine.
Good for you. Everybody's got a couple. We have pontoon boats and whatnot, but we're always looking for a place to put things like that all the time, too. So, yeah, exactly. I mean, everybody's dying for space like that. So good for you. You've got the room to do it. I appreciate you bringing in the blueprints. Trustees, did you have any questions for Nadine on this?
I have none. Just I'm envious.
Yeah, me too. It's just it's rare you get to see somebody put up something so big. And Raj, it's not going to take away from the neighborhood or anything like that, then, too, where he's at.
Most of his neighbors already have garages that size.
Serious.
Under that size.
So, and Roger wasn't Mike to be there, but he was saying that a lot of your neighbors have similar. They got big garages over there. So, off 128th Place, you're just east of the Baymont Hotel over there.
I'm on the same street, like a block east.
Okay. All right. No, I appreciate you bringing and sharing your plans with us, but certainly it helps us when the Plan Commission gives you a unanimous recommendation for yes. So it makes our job a lot easier. So next week, sir, I'll do the same thing. I'll put this on the agenda for approval next Monday night, let you get going with your project and stuff then too, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay, thanks much.
Thank
You can take your plans if you wish, in case you got to use those again and stuff.
Who was the building commissioner when I was getting my garage put up?
I'm
and
sorry.
asking for a bigger one? Who was the building commissioner then? I couldn't get one?
Oh, I remember. There was some bureaucracy or something like that.
Yeah.
I forget what it was,
All of
If
a
you
sudden
need some
Roger-
really great ideas, Nadine,
All
for
of a
your
sudden Roger became a
garage,
really nice guy.
Trustee Dalzell put up a great man cave, and it's even got the ladder that goes around and all that kind of thing on the inside. I like it.
Maybe I'll have something like that.
I'm telling you, I'm stuck with the ladder that you put in yours, where it's on the rollers that goes all the way around the garage. Forget about the fact he did the pointed ceiling, and it's all tongue and groove that you did all the way around you, too, right? Yeah. That's really the highlight, but nobody goes up and stares at a ceiling, that kind of thing, too, so, yeah. But congratulations, though, but we'll see you next week, then,
There
too,
you go.
okay? Okay.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Sure. And as I mentioned earlier, trustees, I'm sorry if we didn't...
Do away with number 4?
Yeah, unfortunately, AT&T contacted me this morning about 8:45 and said that they needed to reschedule their meeting to discuss the cell tower at 128th Place in La Crosse, and I've already contacted the clerk's office. We've got that on the agenda for October 10th at 7:30 p.m. for that discussion. Did anybody have any presentations, petitions, or communications?
Actually, Mayor, why would we push that only back a week? Why would we sit there and have discussion on a board meeting rather than 2 weeks and have it on a committee meeting where we normally have discussion items?
That is a committee meeting.
10th is a committee, yeah.
The second is a board.
Okay, I apologize. Thank you.
I wanted to share one communication Clerk Harding brought to me. Trustees, please, I'll let the other 3 trustees know too as well. When you're requesting a committee meeting, if you would please just be specific if you're looking for a committee of the whole or just a committee. Sometimes it's just a committee meeting, and the clerk doesn't necessarily have to be here for just a committee meeting. We can record those, but if you need her as a committee of the whole, certainly she'll be here. But we'll just be more specific when we call for a committee. I've been guilty of that before too, but just as a reminder for some housekeeping, that's all. Okay?
She does brighten up the room. Just saying.
Without a doubt.
She could be pushing her pencil in the other room and stuff then too, you know. So, and then again, I want to just thank everyone for coming out for the final Fall Fest this past Saturday, and a big thanks to my assistant Becky Smith. She did a great job with that.
Mayor, actually, I did run into a couple of neighbors of mine who I wasn't fortunate enough to attend it, but they were just raving about how well it was done, how well it was put together. They did a great job. And a special shout out to St. Terrence for allowing the parking aspect of the event. So hats off to them for allowing that to go off without a hitch. But yeah, just everyone's looking forward to next year and it being as good or better. So,
thank you. Did anybody have any unfinished business? Any new business? Then I need to ask that we adjourn to closed session to discuss collective negotiating matters between the public body and its employees or their representatives, or deliberations concerning salary schedules for one or more classes of employees pursuant to 5 ILCS 120/2, Chapter 2, and also to discuss the appointment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body or legal counsel for the public body, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee of the public body or against legal counsel for the public body to determine its validity pursuant to 5 ILCS 120/2, Chapter 1. Can I get a motion and a second to do that?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call number 2 to adjourn to closed session. Trustee Dalzell?
Yes.
Trustee Juarez Mendoza is absent. Trustee McGuelhorn is absent. Trustee Murphy?
Yes.
Trustee Navas Barza is absent. Trustee Peretta?
Yes.
Motion carries to adjourn to closed session.
Very good, thank you. We're going to adjourn to closed session, folks. That's all we're going to talk to this evening here in the boardroom, and the time now is 8:30 p.m. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your night.